Hey, this is Alonda of Coco Mommy, and I wanted to talk about some of the things I'm going on the blog for this week, what I'm actually discussing. So, one of the things that I'm actually trying to do in preparation for the kids getting ready for back to school next Tuesday, and then I'll be headed back to work, is trying to get our closets organized. So that's a work in progress, and I'll try to bring that to you on video to show you exactly how I'm going to accomplish that. For myself, what I did is I did pretty much a purge of my closet. I looked for things that I no longer wanted or I am no longer wearing, and in some cases I had some things in my closet from almost like a few years back that I had never even put on. Not really sure why that is, but again, if you haven't worn it, you have no intentions of wearing it, donate. So I actually this week I put together 3 bags for Goodwill, which is not too far, and I donated all of my items to Goodwill. I even went through some shoes that I no longer want, have no plans of wearing. So I put those in as well. So of course, you get a receipt back at Goodwill, and you can use that when you file your taxes because it is a donation. Something else that I wanted to work on, and then I made use of my Ebates account. So whenever I went to order things for the kids for back to school, I made an effort to try to do it online. I know sometimes it's a little difficult doing that with kids, especially I have a teen who will be 15 on Saturday, and then I have my 8-year-old. So sometimes it's a little bit difficult to because all clothing is cut differently. So I'm hoping, just based on past experience with some of the stores like Old Navy, Target, I'm trying to think where else, Foot Locker, and Nordstrom, that I'll have some good luck with selecting the sizing that I selected, and everything will fit okay, so we don't have to make any returns to the store before the weekend, because I assume it may be a little chaotic coming up this weekend with some of the schools in our area just going back on Saturday. Something else that I learned on a website, and I love to give shout outs to other bloggers, especially if I go on Pinterest and I find out some really good tips in terms of things that may help me in my organizing or just everyday life. So I wanted to give a shout out to the blog. It's called Cha-Ching on a Shoestring. So one thing that she talked about is going to the dollar store and finding items to organize. One thing that I realized with shopping pretty much by the month, I'm constantly buying snacks. So my kids will snack when they're here on the weekends. They also will snack after school. So what I thought, based on her idea, was it would be a good idea for me to just separate the snacks. And I went to the dollar store today. These are the bins that I bought. What I did have left over from doing my DIY for the back-to-school teacher's gift, I have these labels which I can write on with chalk. So the idea, and I'm also using this based on watching the blogger at Cha-Ching on a shoestring, is that she put these chalkboard labels on the front of her bins so that she could identify exactly what's in them. So for me, I plan to use these for after school snacks, so we can separate that, and then use the remainders for organizing things that are for lunches. So the kids always have specific snacks for their lunches, so I can use it for that. Also too, utensils. Sometimes the kids may take whether it's yogurt, whether it's applesauce, whether it's pudding. If they were to take that, okay, what happens? I like to always have everything either in their brown paper bag for my teen, as far as utensils go, so they don't have to get up at lunchtime. Everything is all packaged. So that would be that's another idea that I'm thinking of using the bins for, aside from the snacks. And then this is kind of, I think, like a miscellaneous, maybe using it to store, like for my son, the paper bags, and then for my 8-year-old, she is planning to take, I actually purchased a packet. So that is the lunch tote that you can freeze the entire lunch tote, pull it out in the morning, pack it, and it stays frozen for about 10 hours. Now, of course, give or take, depending on where you live in terms of what coast you live on and what the temperature range is. But for the most part, it is guaranteed, or not guaranteed, but it's suggested that it will keep your items cold for up to 10 hours. So I'm looking forward to really seeing how that product works. And I love supporting mompreneurs. So when I saw this mom on the Steve Harvey show, I was determined to try this out, because I always am faced with with, you know, just using the standard ice packs. And then my 8-year-old will come home and say, Mom, you know, I didn't eat this because it wasn't cold, you know, at lunchtime. So hopefully we have alleviated that issue, and we won't, and moving forward she'll eat everything that's in her lunch that's supposed to be cold. So that's some of the things that I'm working on for the blog. As I said, as far as organizing with the kids in terms of their clothes, I will try to show you as much as I can in terms of some of the purchases I made, because at Target I feel like I found a lot of good deals for my 8-year-old. My son, I was able to snag a lot of nice items for him at Old Navy. So I'll try to post those on my Instagram, which I'm on Instagram at CocoaMommy1. And my email is CocoaMommy@gmail.com. And please also check out my blog. It's CocoaMommy.com. And something else that I talked about on the blog this week is consignment shopping. So I don't know if everyone out there is on board with that, but I happen to find the best, hands down, consignment stores, because they have a couple of locations in the Philadelphia area. So on the blog this week, I actually featured a couple of the outfits that I put together, because I call it my Style for Less, Shopping for Less, Mom Blogger on a Budget. So you will see some of the items I was able to pick up. And then also not only consignment shopping, but I am a big fan of TJ Maxx and Marshalls. So a lot of things, whether it be accessories, whether it's shoes, sandals, things for the kids, I will always be able to snag those at TJ Maxx. I don't think there's ever been a time I've gone into TJ Maxx or Marshalls and I've come out empty-handed. So you will see that on the blog this week. I will try to post as much as I can. With going back to work, my schedule will be tight during the day, but I am determined to still stay connected on my social media platforms. I'm starting to really try to build up my YouTube channel. So I hope if you have any comments or any questions, please feel free to just drop the comments below the video. And I'm hoping to have a video per week. I'm not as good as doing it a daily video, but I am really committed to doing it per week based on whatever's happening on the blog. So with that said, I will talk to you next week. And again, make sure to follow me. I'm on Twitter. I'm at CocoaMommy. I'm on Instagram, CocoaMommy1 on Instagram. My email is CocoaMommy@gmail.com. And of course, the website is CocoaMommy.com. So feel free to check out my blog. And again, if you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop me a line. Thanks, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.